Hello everyone, I'm back with another viewer's request video. Today's video was requested by LL who said, "What I'd like to see next is your list of most intelligent characters." I'll also post my Gods of Westeros video on Saturday and my top 10 loved characters video on Tuesday at 7 p.m. IST or 9:30 a.m. EST. Make sure to subscribe this channel and also click on the bell next to it so that you won't miss it. There are many types of intelligent characters in this series. Some can be book smart like Sam or Mr. Aemon, or some can be street smart like Arya. But in the end, I decided to go with the plotting and scheming minds who play this game like a game of chess, or since we are talking about Westeros, a game of Cives. I made this list keeping both the show and the books in mind because there were some characters in the books who I think deserve to be on this list. So, let's begin. On number 10 is Robb Stark. Until Robb fell in love with Talisa Stark in the show, or slept with Jane Westerling in the books and screwed everything up, he was really good at this war. He won every battle he had fought so far. He even outsmarted Tywin Lannister. And if Tywin hadn't had him killed, it's possible he might have figured out a way to win that war.
The Stark boy appears to be less green than we'd hoped.
He's winning, in case you hadn't noticed.
On number 9 is Cersei Lannister. I was really torn between Cersei and Marjorie, but so far, Marjorie has only gained her powers by pretending to love foolish boys. The alliance between the Lannisters and the Tyrells was the decision of Lady Olenna, whereas Cersei plots and schemes on her own.
Schemes and plots are the same thing.
Okay, Tyrion, I believe you. Even though Cersei is a disaster waiting to happen, and most of Cersei's plans keeps backfiring on her, she still manages to do a lot by her plotting and only plotting. She had Robert killed, she gathered enough witnesses against Tyrion, she managed to get rid of her enemies with the wildfire in season 6, and even in season 2, it was Cersei's idea to have the pyromancers start working on the wildfire. Well, you get the feeling.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
I'd say you possess above average intelligence.
Perhaps I'm dangerous too, because I have your little whore. Tell me, have you married this one yet? No? Good. Father will be so pleased, because a Lannister always pays her debts. You stole my only daughter. You plot to have Joffrey killed.
This is madness.
On number 8 is Jon Snow. Trust me, Jon is not as stupid in the books as they make him in the show. In the books, he sees what's needed to be done, and even though he doesn't like it, he has it done somehow. Like he already saw that Mr. Aemon was old and he won't survive for long, and even though Sam didn't want to leave him, he ordered Sam to go to the Citadel with Gilly, Mr. Aemon and the baby. And let's not forget the baby swap. He saw what Melisandre might do to Vance's baby, and he swapped the babies. He also saw that the more wildlings who die, the more will join the army of the dead, so he allowed them to cross the wall. If only the men of the Night's Watch weren't so stupid.
The long night is coming, and the dead come with it. No clan can stop them. Free folk can't stop them, the Night's Watch can't stop them, and all the Southern Kings can't stop them. Only together, all of us.
On number 7 is Lady Olenna. I think her name is enough. I don't have to say any more. But I'll say this. The way she killed Joffrey was just brilliant. I love her for it. On number 6 is Doran Martell. As you can guess by now, I'm talking about the book Doran. Unlike the show version of him, he has been plotting against the Lannisters for a long time. He's trying to form an alliance with the Targaryens. At first, he planned to marry his son to Daenerys. When that didn't go well, he planned to marry his daughter to Rhaegar's son Aegon. I'm putting him this low on the list because he didn't achieve anything particular. On number 5 is Tyrion Lannister. I was torn between Tyrion and my choice for number 4. I was going to put Tyrion on number 4, but changed my mind at the last minute. Tyrion is naturally very brilliant. Many people say that he is really Tywin's son, not Jaime. Even though using the wildfire was Cersei's idea, Tyrion managed to get it under his control and used it brilliantly along with the chain. He also loves playing the game and gives good advice to Dany. The reason I put him on number 5 and not above was because the women in his life are his kryptonite. First Taisha, then Shay, even Elayaya in the books. He makes some very stupid decisions because of them.
I don't like threats. I'm not Ned Stark. I understand the way this game is played.
On number 4 is Tywin Lannister. Tywin Lannister has been the hand of the king for Aerys for a long time before he resigned and left for Casterly Rock. Tywin Lannister was the one behind the Red Wedding too. If he hadn't offered those rewards, Walder Frey would never have dared to betray Robb, with or without the insult.
I think armies give you power. Robb Stark had one, and you defeated him all the same. Walder Frey gets all the credit, all the blame. Never would have risked such an action if he didn't have certain assurances.
Which he got from me.
I blame Roose for the Red Wedding too. In the books, he had arranged everything with Tywin. There's also a fan theory that Tywin was behind Robb's marriage, which became the cause for the Red Wedding. You see, the Westerlings are the bannermen of House Lannister. They are well aware of the reigns of Castamere and what happens to those who betray Tywin Lannister. Still, his daughter manages to sleep with Robb when he was mourning his brother's death and was very vulnerable. And only because of that, in order to protect her honor, Robb had to break his vow to Walder Frey and marry Jane Westerling. And yes, Jane was conveniently not present at the Red Wedding in the books. It seems really suspicious to me. And if this is true, it makes Tywin a genius. On number 3 is Brynden Rivers. Aside from the fact that he was the former three-eyed raven and gained a lot of wisdom through the weirwoods, he was also the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and before that, the hand of the king for King Aerys and Maker the First. He was the Targaryen loyalist and he also helped subdue the Blackfyre rebellions. It was believed that he had 1,000 eyes and one. He had to deal with a lot of difficulties during his time as the Hand, like the Great Spring Sickness, which had killed thousands of people. Then he had to deal with the drought, Dagon Greyjoy's raids on the western coast, and a lot more. And then there were the Blackfyre rebellions themselves. I already explained these rebellions in my History of Westeros video. I'll put the link in the end in case you wanna check it out. On number 2 is Peter Baelish, aka Littlefinger. Littlefinger had been plotting and planning for a long time, probably right after he lost that duel with Brandon Stark for Cat's Hand. He knew Lysa was in love with him. He had already gotten her pregnant. Lord Hoster Tully gave her the moon tea and then married her off to Jon Arryn. He used that to his advantage too. He made Lysa convince Jon Arryn to give him a small job, and then from there, Jon brought him to King's Landing and made him the Master of Coins. He also started the War of the Five Kings by telling Lysa to kill her husband and then tell the Starks that the Lannisters did it. And in between, he kept guiding them towards war, like telling Cat the dagger was Tyrion's, and when Ned started to leave King's Landing, he gave him Gendry so that he will stay. And as I've said in my top 10 hateful characters video, I think Littlefinger was the one who convinced Joffrey to have Ned killed. Just look at his expression when Joffrey gives the order. He was playing with everyone, and no one even knew about it. Even though Tyrion suspects him from time to time, he cannot prove anything.
Chaos is a ladder. Many who try to climb it fail, and never get to try again. The fall breaks them, and some are given a chance to climb, but they refuse. They cling to the realm, or the gods, or love, illusions. Only the ladder is real. The climb is all there is.
Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Marjorie Tyrell, Sam, Arya, Roose Bolton, Ramsay Bolton, and Mance Rayder. On number 1 is Lord Varys. Once again, it was really hard for me to choose between Varys and Littlefinger, but since Littlefinger let his emotions affect him and he revealed his plans to Sansa, I went with Varys for number 1. He is a total mystery to us. No one knows what his real motives are. He told Ned that he cares for the realm, but I think he was lying.
I did what I did for the good of the realm.
I already explained my theory on why he was lying and what his real motives are in my which supporting character will sit on the Iron Throne video along with his history.
The storms come and go. The big fish eat the little fish, and I keep on paddling.
I don't believe for a second that he is completely loyal to Daenerys. I'll post the link to that video in the end. Anyways, it's time for the comment shoutout now. Today's comment shoutout goes to Anya Getman, who said, "Crazy theory. When all magic is stopped, Bran yanks the glass back out of the Night King maybe to make the Night King go poof. It also kills the dragons, and anyone who is brought back to life drops dead." That's definitely an interesting theory. Melisandre thinks that the White Walkers are the champions of Lord of Darkness, while she is the champion of the Lord of Light, and by extension, so is Jon. But if the Night King dies, does this mean all the White Walkers and Whites will die too? Will the magic go out of this world? What will happen to the Lord of Light and the Lord of Darkness? What do you think of these theories? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.